Now, Valentino had a lot of people who would subsequently hop on that yacht, including Princess Diana, and she became a client of Valentino. Interestingly, after her divorce from Prince Charles. And for her, it was a very deliberate statement of moving on and that she was now an independent woman. Because, of course, previously she'd very much favoured British designers because, she was a member of the British royal family, and that was really what she had to do. But through Valentino, she began to express a lot more colour in her wardrobe, a little more daring, and really you can see that transformation in the Valentino gowns that she would wear. And after Diana's death, Valentino spoke to Susie Menkes, who of course is the esteemed fashion editor of the International Herald Tribune, about that time with Diana. He said, "She came to my little brownstone in London for tea, and we chatted like old friends. You know royals, when they decide you have become friends, they don't shake hands, they kiss you. And they also spend a lot of time on your yacht," which Princess Diana did. Another woman who's very familiar with large and expensive watercraft is, of course, the late, great Jackie O. As we know, here is the wedding dress that she wore in 1968 when she married Aristotle Onassis. But let's go back a few years earlier to when Jackie O first became acquainted with Valentino. She was in London at the time with her great friend Gloria Schiff, who was then the editor of Vogue, and Gloria just happened to be wearing a Valentino ensemble. Jackie asked her who the designer was and immediately made an appointment to see him. Valentino, of course, managed to find time to fit her in, and she walked away with 6 black and white dresses, which she wore during the year following the death of JFK. So, because of the timing of that purchase, obviously the world's attention was on Jackie more than ever, and her constant wearing of those dresses, she was in mourning, so the black ones, of course, were the ones that she wore all the time, ensured that Valentino received an inordinate amount of international coverage of his designs. And let's remember, this is, well before the internet, well before there was, rent-a-celebrity everywhere. Jackie O was the girl, and through her, Valentino got his major break, and he never looked back. So yeah, that's the wedding dress there, and it was originally a slightly more pale version of ivory, I believe. I'm not sure whether that's time or whether just perhaps maybe the lighting, but another Valentino worn by another wonderful woman is, of course, this one over here, which is an outfit that Audrey Hepburn picked out from his 1968 collection. And you can see it's very Audrey. We've got all the ruffles here, which of course are a hallmark of Givenchy, her favourite designer, who of course dressed her in Breakfast at Tiffany's. But she broke her loyalties there, perhaps not, that's too strong a word. She expanded her appreciation of designers when she first saw Valentino's work and bought this outfit, which is actually a top and a skirt. And she clearly had a very good eye, because that 1968 collection was called the White Collection. And that's the collection that, of course, truly put Valentino on the map. He had presented several collections previously to varying degrees of success, but with this one, the fashion press internationally were in agreement that a new designer had arrived. Partly the impact came from the fact that during that year, 1968, pretty much every other designer was exploring very bold prints. Yves Saint Laurent was, in his leopard print phase quite unashamedly. And so Valentino's collection, which was, pure as the driven snow, there was a single red dress in it, which of course would also come to be a defining signature for him. But predominantly it was all white, and clearly everyone thought it was all right. God, that was really bad, wasn't it? Because he just went onwards and upwards from there.